Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and we got my third Overwatch Christmas sweater on. That could only mean that we're ranking all of the winter season 8 skins. Half of them are winter, half of them are hunter skins. It's a weird season. Now this season is special because we have the most amount of skins that we've ever gotten in a season at a grand total of 32, or at least that are announced so far. Now 10 of those are just recolored legendary skins, so if you don't count them, then this is the least amount of skins that we've ever gotten in a season. Nonetheless, we're gonna be ranking all of the season 8 skins, excluding the Mercy Lunar New Year skin. They told us that we couldn't show them, but they showed it in the trailer, so I don't know what's going on with that skin. But either way, I want you to comment down below what your favorite season 8 skin is. Is it the Mercy skin? Is it the Orisa skin? It's kind of funny that I mentioned the Orisa Mythic skin because coming in at dead last is Sawtooth Junkrat. Y'all thought I was gonna be a big hater of Orisa, but nah, it's gonna be this Junkrat skin. 2 seasons in a row that we've gotten 2 terrible Junkrat skins. The reason why I hate this Junkrat skin the most, it's because they literally didn't do anything to it. Why they put a trap on his head, I'm not sure. Is this supposed to be some Saw death trap? And it is. If it is, Junkrat probably likes it. But the Junkrat trap is not really all that special because the asset of the trap was already created. All they had to do was just slap it on his head and call it a day. No shame to the artist. In fact, I'm sure the artist that made this skin, this is probably one of their first skins that they ever made. And I could definitely see Blizzard trying to get them comfortable, trying to make skins around Overwatch heroes by starting them off with a simple hero. Nonetheless, it's the worst skin in the whole entire game. I'm sorry, Junkrat. 2 terrible skins in a row. Get it together! So coming in at the 31st spot is our very first recolored legendary skin, and this is gonna be Ana's Black Braid skin. I really want to look at all the recolored skins in a vacuum and really judge them based on how they look and not be disappointed by the fact that they are just recolors at the end of the day. But I have a reason why this specific Ana skin is ranked so low. Back in the olden days when they were dye felt or dye really anything colorful, purple was always the most expensive. That's why you never see any flags with a purple color, because it was expensive to mass produce purple things, so they wouldn't waste their money. And I'm sure the same could be said for clothes, and especially for pirates. I highly doubt that they would spend their loot, their booty, on dye for clothes. Unless I'm completely wrong, and maybe this is a way for pirates to flex their booty, but if it is, it's just gonna get ruined. You're gonna go in the water, the dye's gonna wash off, and you're gonna look like an idiot. Now here at the 30th spot is not a recolor of a legendary skin, luckily. It's a recolor of a classic skin, a little bit. This is her Magma skin, and while the clothes are a little bit different compared to her classic skin, they literally just took the whole entire silhouette of Mora and just colored her skin. Like literally, the skin of Mora is Magma. Now some people might really like that idea, some people might really hate it, but I don't know, I feel like they could have given a true volcanic skin to Mora rather than just painting her skin a bright red. But we got a skin that I have no idea how it got its name, because this is gonna be Farah's Nutcracker skin. Now I want to be very calm when I ask this question. Where's the nut cracking? I don't know how this is supposed to represent a nutcracker. See, Zenyatta, he already got a nutcracker skin. At least there, he had a mouth that could crack nuts. Pause on this, but he had a big old nutcracker mouth. Farah, where's the mouth? She's not even here to crack nuts. Now, this is a recolor of her Enchanted Armor skin, which again, I don't really like the idea of just rehashing legendary skins, but at least here, they changed the ghostly effect to fit the festivities to make it more Christmassy with the red and green, but also the frost white ghost effect within her armor. That's a cool touch, but I don't like the idea that this skin is called Nutcracker when it doesn't really look like a nutcracker. Like, I'm trying to look, where's the mouth? Where would I put my nuts to get them cracked, Farah? Where? It's another recolor skin. This time around, it's Hanzo's Great Tengu skin. Originally, it was red. Now it's purple! And the fact that this came during the winter event, even though there's a lot more than just winter skins, it just doesn't make any sense. The reason why this ranks higher than Farah's Nutcracker skin is because at least it makes sense, sorta. It's a Hanzo skin, which already drops it down the list to begin with, and it's just purple. So, what are you really gonna expect from me? F it, let's just do another recolor legendary skin. At the 27th spot is Ash's Storm Rider skin. I have another reason why I don't really like this recolor, and it's because both Ash and Bob the exact same color scheme. When it came to the other legendary skin, they had 2 different color palettes. Ash was red and Bob was blue, I'm pretty sure. And that was cool. That was just a different play on colors. And you know me, I love colorful skins. Here, the color palettes are right, but they both share the same purple and red color scheme, which that I don't really like, because one isn't more unique or one doesn't pop out more than the other. And I feel like if they were gonna recolor something, make it so that both Ash and Bob are different colors. Man, I feel like a negative Nancy ranking all all these recolor legendary skins so low. Let's do another one, this time with Sigma's Plunderer skin. This is a recolor of his Flying Dutchman skin. The Flying Dutchman skin is far superior than this. Like, if you were to tell me that you like Plunderer more than Flying Dutchman, I just thought, boy, and it's another pirate skin. Like, not only did we have a pirate Honor skin redone, but we have a pirate Sigma skin. We have like 8 pirate skins at this point. Bro, like, at least recolor other legendary skins. Don't just do 2 pirate skins. Like, if we get a Baptiste pirate recolor skin, I'm gonna lose my mind. This next skin might actually be the first controversial take, especially if you like StarCraft, but this is gonna be Reinhardt's Heaven's Devil skin. This I actually like when it comes to recoloring skins, because the original skin that this was inspired from was Reinhardt, and that was another StarCraft skin just in black armor, but that came with the virtual ticket, I think in 2021 BlizzCon. And that was the only way that you could get it. You can't buy it in the store, you couldn't get it in loot boxes, so the fact that they're bringing it back but keeping the OG, I like. But there's always gonna be a but. I'm not the biggest fan of StarCraft. I mean, look at it objectively, it looks fine. It's an awesome Reinhardt skin, and I do like the fact that the sticker or the armor tattoo does have the Widowmaker skin, which I know is also inspired by another StarCraft character. Was it StarCraft? I'm not too sure. Widowmaker has 2 similar StarCraft skins, one with red hair and one with blonde hair, but the fact of the matter is, this is still just another recolor, this time just in blue armor, so that's why I don't think it should really beat out some of the other skins, but by itself, it looks fine. It's a fine skin. I promise, this is the last mid recolor legendary skin. We just had to get through them, but this is gonna be Symmetra's Sindori skin. So the OG of this skin was originally from the Terradine skin. I probably butchered that, but it's a World of Warcraft inspired skin for Symmetra that was originally given out during 2019 BlizzCon. Either by going to BlizzCon, you got the skin, or getting the virtual ticket. So once again, the same thing applies from Reinhardt here, where I like the idea that they're keeping the OG rare, but giving an option to any World of Warcraft fans, just in a different style. And this time, Symmetra's supposed to take on a World of Warcraft Blood Elf of some sort. I've never played WoW, so I don't know how accurate that is, but it's a fine skin. I love the colors. The blonde hair is throwing me for a curve, but Symmetra, she always looks good in different outfits and different hairstyles, and once again, she's making it work, especially with those glowing green eyes. Like, this skin looks great. We have another Battle Pass skin. This is the first one that we get at tier 10, and it's Hammond's Critter Egg skin. And this is an adorable skin. I'm looking at it like, why did I rank this higher? It's just because that oh, he's gonna sneeze. Oh, so cute. I think it's just because I don't really know what he's supposed to take the form of. He's just this little red creature popping out of a tiny little egg, which the concept of it works perfectly. Like, this skin is great. I really think of from here on out, every single skin looks fantastic and isn't really that bad of a recolor legendary skin. It's just Hammond, he's a red critter and an egg. Pretty simple. It's an epic skin, so deserving of this low, I think is somewhat justified. We got a Zarya skin that I still don't know what the name is because they decided to retract the original name, so we're just gonna call this her winter skin. It's obvious what this skin is inspired from. Now, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want the big D to be coming after me. Pause. Mega pause. But fun fact, this is actually Zarya's very first shop skin if you don't count the Rock Climber Overwatch League skin. But it's funny because this is just an epic skin, so that's why they didn't do too much to it. But the fact that this is an epic skin compared to the Junkrat skin, oh, it's so much better. You got a different style hat, you got a very bright frost white armor set with beautiful blue tones to it, and it also fits the festive theme. While it's not required for Overwatch skins to really fit a theme anymore around holidays, it's nice to see winter skins still being made and released to the public, and the Zarya skin, it's a great one. Now, coming in at the 21st spot is a skin that I originally forgot to put on this list, but this is Zenyatta's Beast Whisperer skin. This is just a random beast skin that, once again, a lot of heroes got, but why Zenyatta? I like the overall look of the skin. It's taken Zenyatta's prey, which is kind of weird because Zenyatta's not a hunter. He's not the killing type of guy, but they took his prey and gave him a headband and also some feathers, which that looks fantastic. But once again, the whole idea of Zenyatta killing animals and then wearing their skulls doesn't make sense because he wouldn't harm a fly. But coming in at the 20th spot, it pains me to put this low on the list, but this is May's choreographer. It's the person that makes maps in Minecraft, okay? Overall, this is what I really expect from epic skins nowadays. A different hairstyle, maybe a little tiny hat, and definitely a change, a distinct change in a color for their armor or their clothes, and they did just that. And they also gave her face paint as well. Like, there's so many little details in this skin that I just really appreciate. The fact that this is an epic skin just makes me like it even more. Even though it's not the craziest Mei skin, it's one that I can really appreciate. Where we have a skin that I'm sure some people will say deserves to be lower on the list, but some people think that maybe it deserves to be somewhere close to the middle. But this is the Orisa Mythic skin, the Grand Beast skin with 4 color schemes and 2 different guns that don't look all that different, if I'm gonna be honest. So I have my reasons as to why I don't really like this skin. It's nothing to do with the artist, because I know there's an artist somewhere that is probably so disappointed and heartbroken that they poured hours, months making this skin just for it to be received so negatively. And I'm not trying to go at the artist, I'm trying to go at Blizzard, because I'm sure if they gave the artist enough time, they could have made more customization options. And that's the most disappointing part about this skin, is that, well, okay, it doesn't look that great. Let's keep it a buck. But we also don't have different armor sets when you're supposed to be a step above legendary skins, and you only give us 4 color palettes, which is what we're also getting with other legendary skins. I mean, you just saw like 8 different legendary skins get different color palettes. Like, is that really a mythic skin at the end of the day? But another reason that people don't like it is that it looks like other bug skins that she got years ago. And some people argue it's like, oh, well, it's not the same. You have this chest effect with the fiery flame effect, and that's probably my favorite part about the skin. But even the gun skins, they don't look all that different. It's just such a disappointing skin for her here that already has so many disappointing skins. The fact that her best skin, her mythic skin, which is probably gonna be her only mythic skin, just disappointed so many people. And I really hope mythic skins going forward don't have this lack of customizations, because that's the reason why people don't like this skin. If they gave her different armor, then at least then you can make it your own mythic skin and make it look better. Let's keep things positive here with a very positive guy, because at 18 we got Magua's very first legendary skin, which is his Bone Splitter skin. Now, yes, I know that he got 2 legendary skins, and you see the other one later on in the video, but Bone Splitter, it's great. It's obviously inspired by the Call of the Hunt theme, and anytime a new hero gets released, they always usually give them a skin related to that theme, and it fits perfectly for Magua because, well, he's a big grown man that it can probably beat any sort of beast in a fight, either with his 2 giant guns or with his big giant muscles. And I like that the fact that they keep his muscles exposed, but with all sorts of accessories, with armor plates, with this big giant necklace with red and blue thread, and then these, like, they're not bones, they're like steel bones. There's just so many pointy things with this skin that I really like. It's in his hair, it's on his shoulder blades, it's in his necklace. It's just so many points, man. But remember how I said the other Magma skin was gonna come up later on in the video? That time is now. The 17th spot, this is his Magma skin. I like this skin a little bit more than Bone Splitter. One, because it looks very unique. They replaced his skin with the lava from Samoa, but they also changed the armor that he would typically have with lava rock. That's so sick. Like, when you see the skin on the battlefield, you're gonna be intimidated because he's a big giant volcano, man, coming at you with 2 chain guns. Like, if anyone in the game were to get a lava inspired skin, it was gonna be Magua, and unfortunately Mora also got one, which just seems very random. I don't know why she got it, but nonetheless, his hair looks fantastic, the skin just looks very unique and cool, and it's perfect for the hero and where he's from. But the 16th spot is a skin that I thought I was gonna like a lot more, especially because it's a Widow skin, which I absolutely love, but Wild Tracker, it's just not doing it for me. I think a big reason why Wild Tracker is throwing me off, which is making me not really like it all that much, is because of the colors. Now, I love colorful skins, but here they really invested heavily into purple armor, and then they kept the purple skin for Widowmaker, and then just randomly they gave her red hair, which I don't think she's ever had before her skin. And it's funny because when you think about it, if Widowmaker's trying to hunt and stay camouflaged, well, one, purple isn't a good idea, but the second thing, you wouldn't want to have bright red hair in the wild because that's probably where animals would see first, and then they would run away. So it's kind of ironic the colors that they gave Widowmaker, but if they were just to change her hair color to something that maybe doesn't seem more sensible, but just maybe matches more or less her color scheme that they got, either with purple or maybe even white or maybe black or something that isn't so contrasting, maybe then I would like it a little bit more. I gotta say, this season probably has the most unique hairstyles because the next skin up definitely has one with Lucio's graffiti. That's probably Brazilian or Portuguese for graffiti, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but it's Lucio's graffiti skin. Lucio's always had a very unique taste in skins, and this is definitely one of those where he's obviously supposed to be a graffiti artist. Now, typically, like, maybe I'm wrong here, but graffiti artists I don't think would wear a full-on mask. They would wear a mask on their mouth, but not to cover their eyes. But the outfit itself, it looks fly. I mean, you got a white base with red and blue armor plates, and you also have hits of color color everywhere. Very dull hits of color, I will say. You think that they would make it a little bit brighter because, well, graffiti is very bright. But let's address the elephant in the room here, which is kind of ironic because it looks like elephant toothpaste, but it's Lucio's hair. Now, I absolutely love this hairstyle. It's very fitting for the skin because, well, graffiti artists, they're very expressive, which is why they're always painting and tagging things, but they also want to probably express themselves with what they're wearing, and the first is usually the hair. And nonetheless, the skin is very wild. It's a different Lucio skin, but I think it's a very successful one. It's just very, very different. We made it halfway through the list, and once again, it's going to be another recolor legendary skin, but I like what they did with this one because they match the festivities with festive Kiriko. They overall just kept the same exact silhouette as Timekeeper, just changing to the festive colors, which is red and green. But I feel like they changed just enough for you to prefer one over the other because they gave the hood a snowflake, they changed the papers to look like almost like a Christmas invitation, and more importantly, they changed her cleanse grenade, her cleanse Suzu, to match a Christmas ornament, which I really like. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a cute Kiriko skin, which you never can get mad at, other than the fact that this was already an existing Kiriko skin, but at least it looks a little bit different. Just a little bit, though. At the 13th spot, we got the mommy of all Junker Queens. It's Junker Queen's Huntress skin. Junker Queen typically always gets these type of hunter skins where they take the skull or the bones of her prey and put it on her armor. I mean, we see it in the mask, we see it in the gun, but I especially love her shoulder armor because the bird's eye has this little glowing effect. And you know me, I love me some anime skins, but I love me some Junker Queen skins. But this is just a solid Huntress skin. It matches the name, it matches the theme perfectly, and it also matches the hero that it's for. Like, could you really imagine Mei getting a hunter skin? So sometimes you can have a skin with intricate armor, and sometimes you can put a scientist in a Christmas sweater, and it could be a really good skin, and that's why Ugly Sweater Winston is this high on the list, because he looks adorable. Some would say, some would say that this deserves to be somewhere in the top 5. There's just something about giving Overwatch heroes casual outfits or just Christmas sweater attire that just does it for me, man, and this Winston skin does it for me. But this holiday season not only brought us one formal wear skin or 2 formal wear skins, but 4 formal wear skins, which is why I'm including them back to back to back to back with Baptiste, with Tracer, with Sojourn, and Cassidy. Now, the formal wear skins are pretty simple at the end of the day, but that's what I really like about them is that they're formal wear. If you're going to a Christmas dinner or to a ball or the winter fair, which is kind of the idea of all these formal wear skins, and they're gonna wear something simple, but also something classy, which is what all these heroes are wearing. But that's what I really like about all these skins is that they're unique and they're fitting for the style of the hero. Baptiste, it's probably the simplest. They didn't do too much with the skin other than just putting him in a white cloak, but with the gold details, both seen in his clothes and his gun. But then we got Tracer's look, which is probably my favorite when it comes to the clothes because it's just such a classy and elegant look with the white top and then the black puffy pants, but then her hair. She brought down her spiky hair and gave it this comb over style, which just is fabulous for her. Sojourn is probably the most stylish out of the 4, but what I love about Sojourn specifically is that they didn't change her hair. No, that's Sojourn's hairstyle and she's gonna keep it, but she's still gonna look elegant with her clothes, and that's exactly what they did, and that's what I love about this one. But unfortunately, when you give a hero an all-black cowboy suit as if you're in Blackwater in Red Dead Redemption 2, I think in my book that's gonna call for the #1 outfit at the formal ball. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. They all look fantastic, do not get me wrong, but come on now, an all-black cowboy suit? Do not tell me that this would not be the most desirable outfit in Red Dead Redemption 2. Come on, tell me right now. But coming at the 7th spot is a Reaper skin where he finally got some color. Maybe a little bit too much color because Hazmat has a lot of yellow to it. And that makes sense because, well, Hazmat suits usually are always yellow, but they also have splashes of green seen throughout, especially in the guns because, well, that's supposed to be nuclear waste. But what I love most about the Hazmat Reaper suit is that they replaced his mask to have a Hazmat mask. And anytime you give a Reaper skin to Reaper, you always have to do something unique to the mask because that's his most iconic feature. And that's why I really like this Reaper skin, is because if anyone is gonna get a Hazmat skin, it's gonna be Reaper. It's just kind of ironic that Moira got a Hazmat-like suit with the World War I skin before Reaper because, well, Reaper's the one with the mask, not Moira. At the 6th spot is a skin that I feel like is gonna be highly underrated because Ana continuously gets fire skins, but Nighthawker I think should be one that everyone should be considering in the top 5 of Ana skins. So this is a skin that you get in tier 1 in the Call of the Hunt Battle Pass, and I would say out of all of the Call of the Hunt skins, this is one of my favorites just because it looks fantastic, but it also kind of makes sense for what Ana's supposed to be. Hawks usually are the hunters themselves, and they're always in the trees, and snipers, which is what Anna's supposed to be, are also hidden in the trees hunting for prey. And we also see that in her sniper. It's a harpoon, and even though snipers, you would usually have, well, a sniper, not necessarily a harpoon, I do like the different take on what her sniper is supposed to look like. Besides the gun itself, this is a very simple skin. I mean, we have the hooded cloak with armor pieces inspired by a hawk with a beautiful blue color tone to it, and that's what I also really like about it, is that the colors aren't contrasting each other like with that Widowmaker skin. You have hits of blue and purple and maybe some greens with her nano boost. There's something about this simplicity that just really works with Anna, especially with what she's supposed to be, a sniper hunting in the wilderness. You don't want to be clanging and clashing like with Mog with all these accessories, and you don't want to be sticking out like a sore thumb like with the Widowmaker skin. But remember how in season 6 we got the pajama Iliari skin? We're cracking in the top 5. We're gonna get winter jammies Iliari. Look, I try to look at all these skins in a vacuum and not try to just be hung up on the fact that they're just recolor legendary skins. But the fact that they took one of the best year 1 legendary skins and gave it a festive tone, gave the llama Christmas lights, and also changed the clock. This is a little detail that maybe you didn't notice at first, but changed the clock on her waistband to have 24 hours, which is at midnight, which is when Santa comes down the chimney and delivers all your gifts. How could this not deserve the number 5 spot? Look, they changed just enough for me to prefer one over the other, which I still think I like the pajama llama skin more, which is why this is only at the number 5 spot, but that doesn't mean that this isn't a great skin. I definitely want to get this one because, come on, man, it's festive pajamas. That is so cute, man. The llama, oh, there's so much I love about the original skin, and the fact that we're getting a part 2 that looks very distinct and different with different accessories applied to it makes me love the skin even more. Now, the 4th spot is a skin that I'm even surprised I put this high on the list, but this is Roadhog's Polar Hog skin. You gotta understand why I put him at the number 4 spot, and it's a very complex reason that I have to take a lot of time to explain, all right? So, they turned Roadhog into a polar bear. Like, do I need to explain more? His accessories also fit the polar bear hunter theme, which is something I never thought I would say because they have a hacksaw for his hook, but they also have a bait for fishing as his little canister. But other than the fact that he's a polar bear, he fits a lot of themes. The skin just looks adorable. And Roadhog, I'll be honest, he doesn't have a lot of cute skins to begin with because he's Roadhog. He's this big, giant, kind of gross hero who's always farting and playing in mud. So the fact that we have a somewhat cute Roadhog skin is a plus for me. But now we've made it into the top 3. And do you remember when I put Cardboard Box so high in the original ranking list? Well, I'm doing it again with Wrapping Paper Reinhardt. When you take such an amazing skin like Cardboard Box Reinhardt and you give it a part 2 with not only different colors, which they've done with other legendary skins, but you also change the drawing on the mask and also the chest and other parts within the skin, that is how you do a recolor legendary skin. Not with Black Braid Anna or the Sigma skin. No, this is how you do it. Not only is it funny, is it cute, but it's fitting for the theme. And Reinhardt, I already know he's happy to be dressing like this because he's just a fun guy and he doesn't have a lot of fun skins, but now we get 2 of them. If you want to have the cardboard box in the summertime and the winter wrapping paper style in the wintertime, you can now do that. But when I originally set out to make this list, I knew the number 1 spot was going to come down to 2 skins. So when I put Funky Doomfist in the number 2 spot, just know that I know Doomfist fans, I know you're disappointed with me because this should be the number 1 skin, but it's unfortunate that we got 2 of the best skins that we've ever gotten, that we will ever get in year 2. Funky is probably his best one that he has ever gotten because the simplicity and the complexity within this skin is all there. The simplicity comes from his suit. He's got an orange suit. You gotta have a different level of confidence if you're gonna be walking in the club with an orange suit on because you know everyone's gonna be looking at you, so you better know how to get down, and boy does he know how to get down to that funky music, wop boy! Where the complexity comes in with this skin is in his arm because they got turntables on his knuckles, but then he has a mic on his shoulder armor. I also just noticed that the armor that's attached to his skin also looks like a disco ball. Like, my god, there's so many tiny details in what seems to be this simple skin that I'm just starting to notice. I love this skin. I just wish I loved Doomfist, but maybe if he continues to get some great skins like this one, maybe I'll become a Doomfist main. But until he gets a number one skin, that day will not be today, because hot gamer boys and e-girls everywhere, the number one skin to come out of Season 8 is one that I'm sure you knew was gonna be at the number one spot. This is Mercy's Jingle Bell skin. When everyone on the internet focuses on Jingle Bell Mercy rather than the Grand Beast Orisa Mythic skin, you know you not only have a skin that's better than the Mythic skin, which shouldn't be the case, but you have probably what is deserving to be the number one skin. Now, I already know Mercy haters are gonna say, oh, Funky Doofus should have been number one, and look, maybe, but you cannot deny that Jingle Bell Mercy deserves to be somewhere in the top 3. And when the original artwork came out, I think it was last year, we begged Blizzard to make the skin into a reality, and also the Ash skin, which I'm definitely gonna assume that the Ash skin is gonna come next Winter Wonderland event. They decided to bless us with this Mercy skin. First and foremost, Mercy looks fantastic with her sleeveless coat, which is kind of an oxymoron because, well, if you want a coat, you want to stay warm, but I love the gloves and I love the vest that they gave her. But then the staff with the North Star at the tip of it and a snowman stuck it in the staff is just a nice little touch. It's so cute. But what's even cuter is her Rudolph the Red-Nosed Pistol, which the gun I really never talk about when it comes to Mercy skins, but this is probably my favorite gun that they've ever given a Mercy skin to. But then we have other details like the reindeer headband, and then the whipped cream with the cherry in her wings, or the little bell and the bow on her chest. Like, there are so many little details I love about this skin. And paired up with the cookie highlighter intro, it's just, oh, there is so much to love. This is one of the best Mercy skins that I think we're ever gonna get, which is saying something because we got Lifeguard Mercy, we've gotten Witch Mercy, which is still a top contender skin. Like, there's so many good Mercy skins, and the fact that we're still getting top 5 Mercy skins, I might have to redo that video. But whether you think Jingle Bell Mercy deserves to be number one, or the Grand Beast Orisa skin, or maybe Sawtooth Junkrat, whatever you think deserves to be number one, let me know in the comments down below. But until the next season, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.